I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
Unless you guys don't shower.
That's Whoa, it is hard. That for me, I love that shit. But post-coitus cuddling cast post-coitus.
All right, we are on. So,
Oh, we are
without further
shit.
ado,
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar gets lower every week. Your bartenders for this evening will be Anon Pencil,
Skittle circumcision.
Enigmatic Otaku.
I heard her say Skittle circumcision.
We have Milk,
I heard the same thing, not gonna lie.
Ravage,
Lude.
My name's Flutter Priest. This week we have a very special guest along with us, and she is no stranger to our particular podcast. Back from this year's 2017's BabsCon, we have Tread Lightly, aka Fiaura, aka Queen Quake.
God damn it, they drug me back here. What do I do?
Well, most people just cry.
I've given up on crying. I'm too jaded for crying anymore.
Good, that's how you know it's working.
But
We still have our
but
third
if you
rule.
don't cry, if you don't cry, how do you go to sleep at night? That's what I don't understand. How do normal people sleep?
Massive
without time?
amounts of plushies that suffocate me into sleep.
Sometimes our fathers tuck us in. Oh wait.
Well, I mean, Enigma does sleep with his, cousin.
We've heard
Sometimes we cuddle and it gets awkward.
But for those who are new to the podcast, let me give you a quick rundown. The Barcast is a user-submitted podcast where the users on our fanfiction group suggest guests for us to reach out and ask questions, interview for, and then we post a thread there that those same users can ask questions. We get that guest on here and make them miserable for 2 hours. It's wonderful. We are streaming live on Twitch right now, so we are watching the stream chat right now. Army of Fiaura, let's do this. Anon Pencil is watching the stream right now to relay the questions. Anon Pencil, what are some questions that you will not relay back to our guest?
Frank, our guest is pretty fucking chill this time around because obvious reasons. That being said, we do have a really full question thread, so I'm gonna keep my eyes open for must ask questions, things that I just see of oh, we need to talk about this right fucking now. So that's how that's gonna go. And if you start asking, the most common question our guests get asked, because obvious reasons, is so what's your dick like? How big is your dick? I've explained what my dick is like. We've all explained what our dick is like over the years, but I don't really think we need to do that this time because I'm pretty sure we'd all get slapped in the fucking face if we tried. Probably with said dick. So.
Of course, last but not least, we have drinking words. For all of you that are listening at home to play along with us. Whenever you hear the word game, be sure to drink along. And we've got another little fun thing going on for whenever Fiaura gets tipped. Fiaura, do you want to talk about that?
So basically, anytime I run a drunk stream, it's $1 to get me to take a drink of anything. If they actually make the stream typical, I usually end up passed out on the floor.
Oh, honey.
And if every time I have to open a beer, the last person that tipped gets to pick which one of the mystery 6-pack they made for me at the store gets opened.
You.
So let's get excited, because What's up?
They tip you. How do they tip you?
There are links in my on my YouTube page description for this particular stream. There's also links in the on my Twitch page, but I can link that page real quick too.
Yep, go ahead.
I have that, and I will put it into the Twitch. I have it. I'll put it in the Twitch for people.
You have it? What?
The tip.
Oh god.
I had. There you go. Now the link is in the chat for people for her Twitch. Do thing.
All right, so let's get started with some actual quote-unquote interview questions. Fiaura, who are you and what have you done for the fandom?
Okay, so hi, I'm Fiaura. I do basically three things. The first thing I did was I went to BabsCon 2016, and I had never done anything for the fandom at all. I didn't even watch the bloody show. They had me playing Queen Quake under those conditions, where I had didn't know what any of this was about. And I ended up being loved by an audience I'd never met, which was awkward.
Awkward by nature. I understand.
I got drug out to dinner with the guests of honor, and I didn't know who any of them were.
What was that like? What's that like interacting with like the guests of honor that are invited to conventions and stuff?
They're generally really cool people. They were kind of surprised I didn't talk to them at all about the show, and one of them made a comment, and I'm like, I've never watched the show. I'm just here as an actor. And they're like, what?
I bet in some way that was like really relieving for them because they're not just being barraged about horses. You know, they're able to just loosen up and be themselves.
We ended up talking about sex because my degree is in human sexuality, and they wanted to know what that was like.
Nice.
Okay, now we've got to ask, which guest of honor did you sit down, have a nice dinner with, and talk about sex the whole time? Or are you not able to share that?
Jen and Andy were on my left and right, and
I can see Jen wanting to talk about that.
I was actually prohibited from drinking until the parties. Oh, god damn it! I have to start drinking. Hey, everybody, take a drink.
Oh yeah.
Could be a drinking cast, guys. Get ready. Like, I'm really psyched how much drinking we're gonna do this cast.
I also ended up talking about gaming, so I had like Nicole Oliver across from me, and apparently I was explaining to her why Grand Theft Auto might be inappropriate for her son.
Oh.
Which was a weird feeling when I found out who she was later, because this is the same person who came up to me backstage before Final Act that year with cocktail in hand and pointed at me and went, "Hey, you, I don't know who the fuck you are, or what the fuck you're doing, but holy shit, it's awesome." I'd never watched the show. So the show was ruined for me before I ever watched it, because every time I see Celestia on screen to this day, I expect her to point at some random background pony and scream that at them.
I need to see that. I need someone to animate that. That is the most beautiful thing.
I like the idea of her just like drinking scotch, looking over her banister or whatever over the kingdom, just taking a sip. It's like, "Hey, you," to some random stranger down there.
"Hey, you! I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but holy shit, it's awesome!"
I love it. I love it.
Right
Okay. Well, that kind of covers how did you get into the fandom, so we'll skip to the next question. What would you say is your favorite part of this said fandom? The online community, fanfics, music, animation, conventions. What would be your favorite?
Right now, it's a toss-up between animated videos where they take songs and just animate something that's kind of cool. I actually listened to Lullaby for a Princess in the morning to wake the fuck up.
Aw.
That's sad, isn't it?
That's not sad. It's a good animation.
Yeah, the animation is wonderful.
Yeah.
And then the other part is on Wednesday night with the Project Dead Tree guys. One of their guys comes over and runs a Fallout Equestria game for me and my subscribers. And that's a load of fun, taking cute pastel ponies and murdering the fuck out of them.
You too, huh?
Yep, same. Rav and I are on that bandwagon.
All right. The next question is, if there's one thing you could say to your followers or your fans or your haters, what would it be?
Ooh.
Can I answer all three or just one?
All of them. Go for it. Go balls deep. So
to fans, thank you guys so much. I couldn't pay the rent without you. Please don't stop doing that thing. To the people who follow me on YouTube and just hang out and chat, Thanks. You keep my sanity when you ask me to go research stuff like how many ponies have died on screen in Equestria, and then I end up making a video explaining scientifically there's 129 creatures we've watched be brutally murdered.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So thank you for keeping my sanity. To my haters, just remember, dislike button equals the same amount of positive feedback that Google gives in the search bar as the like button. So go ahead, press that as hard as you want.
Well,
Oh, I'm
hey,
happy.
Your
To
anger
quote-
only fuels her.
well, to quote a book I don't remember, there is no such thing as negative feedback. Feedback is feedback, and it all brings attention.
All right. We're going to do one last question before we jump into the deep, and we're going to get some user questions to you. But we said we weren't going to get political, and we lied. We're going to ask a question that ruins friendships. I hope you're ready. Who is best pony?
You're kidding, right?
Choose wisely now.
I'm going to start with this. It's not the fucking pink eldritch god demon thing, okay? It's not that.
Oh, she's the best.
No. Pinkie Pie is literally just a pink eldritch demon.
I know, but she's the best.
Oh, who is it then? Who's the best?
I'm going to go with Octavia because I could go to sleep listening to her music and be happy.
You know what? I respect your
Nice
choice.
reason.
Bow ties are great.
Yeah, I was surprised that Lise has a point in the chat. Lise says, I am should be a valid answer, given that you are Queen Quake. So
We are best pony. Now bow.
Oh, great. Quake speaks like
fucking
Trixie.
go. Oh no, Trixie ain't
No,
got shit
I'll
on
be
her.
entirely honest. Queen Quake is literally just I basically took Juliet's mom from Romeo and Juliet and just gave her power and then went to town. That's all she is.
You turned
Nice.
Juliet's mother into an earthbender.
I turned Juliet's mom into an earthbender with a title. Von Holt, Spike is not only not
You
a
mean
Von
wait,
Holt,
Juliet's mom or Juliet's nurse?
Juliet's mom, the angry bitch.
I'll say like the Juliet's nurse, the one who's like, I'm important, I'm gonna go talk to everyone and whisper messages and pet your hair. Like, I was curious.
I'm just gonna remind Bones and Von Holtz in my chat that Spike is a puntable.
And
Oh.
this is why we get along.
All right. So now we're going to go to our thread of questions. And we're going to start with Alex _, who's got the first question in the thread, and has already started by making you a nice little tread lightly emoji. So I will
gotta keep
post
them
that
on.
here behind the counter for you. That is all yours. But we're starting with question number 1, which is, what is your funniest anecdote?
My funniest anecdote? Fuck your couch.
Cat.
Got it.
Hardly
That's a
an
cat.
anecdote, but
That's a cat.
an anecdote
So
and that has happened to you, like a little story you would tell friends at a bar. Like us.
Oh, my funniest anecdote, as in a story. Oh God. Oh God.
Anecdote. Anecdote. Antidote is like the thing you take to keep from dying from cyanide.
I mean, you are here, so
That's
I might
fair.
die of alcohol poisoning for the end of the night.
I mean, wait, you could tell us the story of.
Oh, it might be time for the poster story. Enigma's right.
Okay.
the
So
poster.
this one time at LAX, I got detained for a poster via SWAT team. That's the short version. The long version is the poster that was given to me by the Barcast at BabsCon was too light to go through the X-ray machine and too large to fit in any of my luggage. So they had to open the poster and look at it manually and also rub a hand across it to make sure I didn't have like explosive residue powder or something on it. The guy gets it halfway open and goes, "What the fuck?" The guy behind him watching the X-ray machine doesn't look over, doesn't bother to actually try to figure out what's going on. He just slams the panic button. So those massive steel gates come crashing down. And in less than a minute, there's 4 guys running down the hallway with MP5s.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, whoa, it's just a poster. Oh shit.
It's just porn. It's just porn.
So I ended up taking a picture holding the poster fully out that is on my Twitter account somewhere, buried in the archives from April, of me holding said poster with TSA on my right and on my left is the SWAT team, with the gate still crashed down and the warning lights going off. We delay everyone 20 minutes.
Oh shit. You know, if somebody can find that for me, I will be very, very happy.
I'm sure we can find it on YouTube, but amidst many of the other gaming streams. By the way, game, drink.
That's like you almost got Quake killed.
Really did, and I'm sorry.
No. It's awesome. It's wonderful. You didn't almost get me killed because I'm pretty sure they all still had their safety on.
Oh,
Claire,
okay.
it wasn't.
Hold on, who almost got her killed?
It wasn't my art. It was done by none other than our very own.
Ravage.
So I want to point out, I have moved my camera for people watching my stream to actually see the giant poster piece of artwork.
Oh my lord.
Screen cap, put it right here so I can see it.
So yeah. Thank you guys for getting me swatted. I can officially say I've been swatted now.
I'm sure everyone is very proud.
You are welcome. You are very welcome. That's
Well,
probably
back to the
more
drawing
attention
board.
that's probably the most attention that piece of art has gotten.
So everyone Hitomi says take a drink.
Oh boy, here
Yeah.
we go. Oh god, I love that PBR.
Really?
Yeah, you should.
I thought they told you white trash bitches to stay away from the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I live in the Midwest, man. This is like blue ribbon shit here. Oh, it's actually in the name. I'm not drunk. Moving on. Number 2, on a scale of 1 to 10, how festive?
Like a 3.5, a 4 if you actually turn on like a song I like.
So
Fair
4
enough.
eggnogs out of 1 Christmas tree.
I don't like eggnog. Eggnog is awful, and you should feel bad.
I respect your opinion, but what the fuck, man?
Gingerbread cookies are amazing, and I don't even drink eggnog either.
What does it have to do with? I don't
See,
whatever.
I don't feel like I can eat gingerbread cookies because like my fiance's a ginger, so that's kind of like eating my fiance.
Lewd.
Very lewd. So lewd.
Just saying. Is that a bad thing?
All right.
Okay, we
Your
questions.
fiance's
Sorry.
a root.
Number 3 is, what is your favorite Christmas song, and bonus points for singing?
Hold on. Give me like one. Let me go check and see if we can do this.
Oh dear.
Oh,
What have you
Oh,
set in
dear.
motion? Priest, what have you set in motion?
I don't know, but like I have.
I'm watching
I
her
have
over on
Fiora's
YouTube, and
Twitch.
she. No. I do too. Up from the computer. I can see in the background all of the art and plushies, and I can see her chat. By the way, hi, and Janet Norton and Mark Hayes.
All right, so
I see you.
are you ready for this shit?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, Sophie, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I don't even know how to. Games so I can drink. Games so I can drink.
Millions of years of human evolution, all for that.
Oh,
Anyway.
we need more dogs in the
So,
chat.
yes, my girlfriend and I can yep jingle bells.
That was I was watching. That wasn't a dog. That was murders. There's a difference.
Oh, okay. Let's go to questions now from Tumor. First of all, Tumor starts with boop. You have been booped.
My face.
And now there are questions for Green Cake. Number 1, would you a thing pwn?
I'm slow. I'm slow on the uptake. Hold on. I can do this. It'll take me just a second. I have a picture for you so you can see what a thing pony is.
No,
I'm so sorry. I was behind
No.
the game on this.
Lilabot got it for you.
Lilabot does not give a good picture.
Well,
Lilabot gives a bad picture.
well,
This is the picture. Here
There you
you
go.
go. This is thing pony. That.
Would you like the bad news?
so you wouldn't stick your female dick in that.
Lewd.
Would you like some bad news?
Sure.
Yes.
Somebody just dropped $50.
Oh my god!
God.
Is this a chug? Is this a chug? Or like, how does this go?
This is a chug.
Chug. We all chug. We chug this.
All
year.
right,
all
here
chug.
we go.
We're joining. Okay. What am I doing? I'm chugging good scotch. What's wrong with me?
Oh. Oh, that's one beer down.
No. Well, so
I'll play
now
this
with that, here's the question. Would you do sexy things to the pony we just posted in the behind the counter?
That depends. Was that done by Slanesh or Nurgle?
Say it was done by John Carpenter.
No, not touching that one. But you know,
Yeah.
if you told me that was done by the Chaos God Slanesh, I'd be good with it. Oh yeah, by the way, we were tipped exactly $50.05 or boobs times 5.
Anyway.
So you prefer the thing pwn that's practical effects in the CGI one.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're going to be running behind. I don't even
Number
care
2.
because this is fucking fun.
What is your favorite flavor sauce on wings?
My favorite flavor sauce on wings? I basically want to like bite into the buffalo wing and firmly believe that my mouth is about to fall off from the sheer amount of acid that that you've put on it for spice heat. So like
the
destroy
Carolina
my-
Reaper gives you good dream.
burn the enamel off of my teeth with buffalo sauce.
Respect. Like pounding my chest, respect. All right. And number 3, if food ponies became canon, which food pony would you like to see in the show?
Okay, question. The fuck is a food pony?
A pony
Whoa.
made out of food. I've got pizza pone. It's fine.
We are
basically-
teaching you.
You already took Pizza to Hut Pone?
No, not Pizza Hut.
Pony. Here. This is a pizza pone, and she is cute, and I would also stick my dick in this.
Can someone get Dr. Pepper? Can someone get the
Yes.
soda phone as well?
That is good to know.
Man, we are teaching you a lot of this fandom.
Whiskey Pone.
Oh,
Whiskey pone is a thing. Jack Daniel pone is a thing.
Not Jack Daniels. No,
So,
no.
yes.
No. We gotta go better than Jack Daniels. We gotta go like top shelf whiskey. It's gotta be like Canterlot
Obviously.
Whiskey Pone.
are they always
like-
drunk?
What are you talking about? They're made of alcohol. There isn't a sober state.
Yeah, right?
So their alcohol
True.
blood level is all of it.
What do you mean alcohol blood level? I thought the blood was alcohol.
Yes. All of this is yes. All of this is yes.
All right. Let's see. The next question is from Eagle, who asks, "Have you ever heard the tragedy of Dark Plagueis the Wise?"
Can we just stop talking about Jar Jar and move on?
I love that theory. I loved that theory. It made so much sense.
All right. We'll go to questions now from Random E284, who says, "Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're enjoying the cast so far." Let's see. Should I continue writing my necrophilia, inflammation, vomit, possibly bestiality story that's written in second person? Yes or no?
Well, I can answer that. Yes. Oh God, yes.
I firmly believe if it gets you off and you don't actually do anything illegal in real life, I don't give a shit what you write. So go right ahead.
Wonderful. Cheese on crackers. Yes.
You
or no?
horrible demon person! You should be crucified.
Whoa.
Crackers
Whoa.
get jelly and peanut butter. You don't put freaking cheese on that.
Okay. Clearly,
No, cheese goes on everything. Cheese goes on every last thing in the world. Caviar, put cheese on that. Popsicles,
Cheese goes
cheese
on
it.
whiz.
Cheese on it. Cheese on fucking everything. Cheese forever. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Fine, I'll put some of my cheese whiz on a cracker.
Hey, as long as you call it cheese, I'll probably nod anyway.
it's properly aged.
Oh my God. Okay, next. Sorry, next.
What is your favorite music genre?
I listened to a bunch of weird shit, okay? So like last night writing, we had Heart Strong as Horses, followed by Nightcore's version of Angel with a Shotgun, followed by Imagine Dragon Demons. So I guess everything so long as I like it.
Nice.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh.
Imagine Dragons.
And the next one is kind of sweet. What's one of the things you're proudest of? Anything. Even making a cheese and cracker sandwich, even though, that makes you a demon. But that'd be sad, most likely.
The thing I am proudest of is proving a Tyranid model flew, even though it came off of the clamps in the wind tunnel and proceeded to smash against the plexiglass shield guard in front of us, resulting in 150 pounds of damage. By pounds, I mean British pounds. So it was 150. It was a 150-pound model from Forge World that didn't belong to me.
Oh, fuck.
But by God, in the wind tunnel, we proved it would fly because it actually flew.
Oh my God.
And then I had to report that in a video, to which people went, oh. And then on Saturday, my subscribers actually raised the money to replace that poor man's model.
Oh.
So I walked in, which by the way, we also brought him the pieces of the last model. And he has since put the pieces back together into what I can only describe as the most ghetto-looking Games Workshop model ever, because it has hundreds of cracks all over it from where it had to be reassembled.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I just got tipped again, so drink.
Oh God.
Okay. This is how we die.
We're all gonna die.
Oh man.
Oh, that animation is fucking cute.
I'm feeling it.
I know
Mr.
that
Krabs.
that is the cutest fucking animation, and I can't deal with that. Oh, that was so cute.
Random Me
Ghibli.
Oh, that was so cute.
signs off by saying, please send Bobs and Vagine. And now we'll move to Majin Siko, who is actually a story approver of fan fiction.
Hey, I
His
know one of
question-
those. Except for he doesn't work for fanfiction anymore. Sorry.
If you were a bagel, what kind of bagel would you feel best represents you? And everything's a cop-out answer. How dare you?
A bagel. You guys don't even like bagels, right?
I fucking love bagels.
I bought some this morning.
I would be a
Yep.
blueberry bagel stuffed with strawberry cream cheese just to fuck with your head.
That'd be fucking delicious.
That sounds
I'm-
wonderful.
I'm a pizza bagel.
You are not a bagel because you
You're a
can't afford
taco
a bagel.
Because you're
There's no taco bagels.
not yet.
Doesn't exist. You're that unimportant.
Oh.
Let's go to questions now from Sunbro for Life, who starts by asking, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game, like
And
of
that's
all
2
time.
games.
That's 2 times drink.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Gosh, I have had no food today. This is going to be a good day. Actually, I had a piece of cheese today, but I've had no other food today.
So my favorite of all time is Chrono Trigger.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
I
Nice.
literally have sank 300 hours of my life into that game.
It's a worthy game. Fuck, damn it.
My most recently released favorite is VA Tech 11 space Hall Tech A. Cyberpunk bartending action.
What? Is this a VR game?
No, this is not a VR game. It is literally the experience of being the bartender of Shadowrun.
Yeah.
I want this in my life.
I really do too. Where do I find this? Where do I find this?
It's like $10 on Steam.
Oh, wonder.
So I think that's 2 extra drinks, by the way, guys, because Enigma wouldn't stop saying the magic word. So hope you guys are drinking along at home.
Oh, it's like Valhalla, but Leet speak. Okay.
It's Valhalla and Leet speak, and it's just this awesome little cyberpunk game that you play a bartender. That's all you do. I have had I think we've done 2 playthroughs of it, and then the coolest part about this, the devs built a back door into the game so they can edit your game while you're playing it without you realizing they've done it.
Nice.
So I was streaming this plastered, and there was this interrupted sequence that wasn't in the game for anybody else that everybody's watching me do on live stream while I'm plastered, where one of the devs came in, brought in a character into the bar who wasn't supposed to be in that scene, and then just typed up her dialogue as we played.
Oh, nice.
We've got to do this on the Screaming Closet.
So
I'd love to do this on Screaming Closet.
I was just like, what? And then and then one of the patches, there's actually there's a way on day 4 to get one of the characters to reference Fiaura, and I'm like, wait, a dev referenced what?
That's amazing.
Nice.
Oh, that's
wonderful. They can edit the game live and just to fuck with us, and it's just fun. Not to mention, Boss Senpai with the cybernetic arm. I totally know that thing vibrates.
Anyway, so
Number
I think we
2
should move to the next question.
is what is your favorite boss fight?
Oh God. My favorite boss fight. Oh boy. You just asked the mountain of question because there's 30 bosses that come to mind.
Well, I'm looking directly behind you, and right there is Undyne, and I'm just like, yeah.
Undyne made me quit the damn game. Undyne made me rage quit. So she gets a poster. It just gets to stay there forever.
Just a reminder to you not to go back.
Just a reminder that if I go back, I have to face that, and therefore it wins. I'm going to have to go with, Smitty from Super Mario's RPG Legend of the Seven Stars for Super Nintendo. The final boss of that game has so many mechanic changes that you're just like, oh shit, he did it again. Oh fuck, he did it one more time, you son of a bitch.
It's just like final boss of Chrono Trigger.
No, you guys have never had true suffering until you fight the Dualahan from Golden Sun. None of you guys know that because that's kind of an obscure game, and I'm kind of mad about that.
That's fine. We'll just let you be mad. We're okay with this. Moving on. Number 3. Have you accepted Skeletor, the master of the universe, into your heart?
Fuck you, Skeletor. I've got too many bones to pick with you.
Hey!
Nice.
Hey! Oh god, this is such a good cast, and I'm saying that just because I've had so much scotch. Let's keep going.
Number 4. You are in Tiny Horse Village. What business do you start?
I hate to say this, horse blankets.
That's a
Why?
really great idea because nobody has saddle blankets in the. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Nobody has saddle blankets in the store. The other thing I might do is gravestone masonry. You want to know why? Because I'm building a panel right now for 2018 that is called, and I quote, My Little Pony: The Recycler Society.
Oh my god!
Wait, did they
Oh my
reuse?
god!
So
Did they do that
both the Nightmare Nights episodes, Ed the Perfect Pair, which the Perfect Pair is the most appropriate episode where you would think there would be gravestones. There's none. Not one. There's no graveyards anywhere.
We did see a funeral that one time.
We saw a funeral, but they didn't mark the grave. But then they have stuff like glue, cello strings, leather, multiple kinds of leather, might I add, surgical tubing,
So
hot
it's
air
like the
balloons, stuff we make from horses,
marshmallows.
marshmallows.
Marshmallows is pigs, actually.
The point being that they have a lot of things that we still make from horses.
Leather.
Brayburn might
said
be
leather.
wearing Applejack's dad.
I like that idea.
Oh my god! New headcanon! Applejack's hat is Applejack's dad.
It's suede. It's suede. I love it. Yes.
So, so,
God!
so they feed their pet dogs with pieces of their ancestors and relatives.
Winona is so important. Okay.
Okay, moving on. Number 5. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I hate you now, son, bro, because I don't know. I have played that game when I was a kid on the fucking Macintosh.
I remember playing it on Windows. What was it? ME or what is it before
And
that?
I never won, ever. I always lost. If I was the detective, Carmen Sandiego has the Statue of Liberty, the moon, the frickin' Eiffel Tower, and the goddamn Mona Lisa, and there's nothing we can do about it.
You know what you're telling me right now is that you need to do a gaming stream where you beat Carmen Sandiego.
Childhood vengeance.
I thought she was going to say that you should make your own quiz show.
Oh god.
Am I wrong? Or do you need to do that? You are. Silence. Have I ruined everything? Did I ruin everything?
Yeah.
Well, you kind of cut it out a little bit, so there was a lot of empty space there.
Silence mode, and I feel like it's my fault, and I'm sad. You're a guest. Can I guess?
Are you here, Fiaura?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Let's see. Let's go to number 6 then. Do you even praise, bro?
You know, I figured if some bro was going to ask questions, I better be ready for this one.
Oh, there is so much sun booty now. There is so much sun booty.
Praise the sun butt, motherfuckers!
If you are watching, you better look at this because there you fucking go.
Oh my. Okay.
Wonderful. I want to praise the moon.
I mean, I praise the moon anyway, because on my door, on both sides, one side is the full-size flag to the Lunar Republic, and on the inside of the door is the smaller version. Somebody actually walked by and asked if I was a Muslim, and I died laughing.
Oh, no regrets. No regrets.
Also, it's made it where the delivery guy can't find my apartment because he walks in and goes C105, and the flag is covering up the apartment number.
Oh. That's funny though. You can add like delivery instructions. Look for the moon.
Look for the pony flag.
shoot for the moon. So,
Oh God. Next question. Because we have
All
a very
right, now
important
we're
question
going
for
to
you.
Short Skirts and Explosions, who wrote Background Pony, who's asked,
big-
"What doth life?"
Life is what you make of it. So if you're gonna be miserable, then get the fuck out. Go have fun. Like, do what I do. Jump into stuff 2 feet first and pray the water's warm. If it turns out it's cold, you can always
going
swim
most
back to
of the
shore
time.
later.
Far because you're here and we're getting drunk. So I mean, good job.
Okay, I'm gonna point out that if you had told me 3 years ago that my job would be to make YouTube live streams weekly while preparing a science video that comes out once a week on either anime, My Little Pony, or Warhammer 40K, I would have told you you're batshit crazy and should check into the insane asylum.
I feel that.
And that's what I do. What the hell happened? I have a master's degree in human sexuality. What the fuck happened?
You just blink, and now you're suddenly surrounded by all this merch.
That's all I can say. You're doing great. Keep it up.
All right, now we're going to questions from Tony Montana, who has BabsCon-related questions. So question number 1.
Hey!
What is the best thing about BabsCon?
The fact it's the only convention I've been to where they actually do something with the goddamn mascots. Like, we have a whole story, and it's fun, and Queen Quake is just a walking, talking giant shitpost. I'm her actor. I'm allowed to say that shit.
Oh, it's true. I love it.
That's just something we do. Like, you can meet guests of honor, and you can do everything you normally do at other conventions, and then you have these giant, larger-than-life characters walking around that you can walk up to like it's fucking Disneyland.
Just kind of like another kind of side question related to like the BabsCon mascots and stuff. Does it seem like on the whole, like the convention goers are really, really into the story and think it's really cool that there's the con
We had
mascots walking
somebody
around?
build an actual Richter scale that he could wear on his belt last year to
No
make
way.
sure that Queen Quake did not cause a problem. And it would have been one thing if it was a prop, but he actually set it on the ground and turned it on.
That's amazing.
And I was like, "You're fucking kidding me! You built an actual Richter scale, a mobile Richter scale." Another thing is like the character Richter Scales is a fan creation. Like, somebody walked up to me at the end of 2016 and went, "Where's your pet dragon Richter Scales?" And I went, "He's away at the moment." I then went up to Doodle and said, "We have to make another character." And she went, "What?" I can also say this. We are not just rehashing the same characters over and over again. This is the finale of the Queen Quake story, at which point the next year I'm actually producer, and I have a plan for how to run things for the next 4 years to run a coherent story from Queen Quake to something else, and bring everything full circle in 4 years.
That's amazing.
Nice.
So we have storyboards, we have stuff. We need animators. If you know how to fucking animate, I will hire you. Like, just flat out. We will hire you. We can't pay you a lot of money, but we can get you to the convention for free and give you a shitload of advertising.
Ooh. If only we knew any animators.
I know,
Tap,
right?
tap,
Mm,
looking around at the chat. But
sure, so
let's go to question number 2. What would you say is your best story regarding BabsCon?
So my first year there, and this is why I went out to dinner with the guests of honor, because we did this. This is the reason they said they wanted me to come to dinner with them. We went into the guest of honor dinner with the people who have like Canterlot badges and paid a lot of money to do this. And we went into that dinner as the actors, and there was this kid outside that his mom had paid $1,400 for him to be able to be in there, but he couldn't go in. He was too fucking scared. And I don't mean that in a bad way. So I looked at him and said, "Stay here. I'll be right back." So I went up to Lauren Faust, whispered in her ear, "I need you to step outside. There's a 12-year-old kid who literally is terrified to come in here." And then I went around to every single guest of honor we had, and by the end of the convention, that kid had spoken to every single guest of honor for at least 5 minutes, one-on-one, by themselves. His mom
that's so baller.
came onto my YouTube channel and told me the massive improvement he had in school, that he had in his social life, that he had at home, all of this stuff about this little kid who suddenly went from this, I don't want to say mess, but he had some serious social anxiety issues, to, in 2 months' time, running for his middle school class president.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that happened. And I was like, I did a good deed today. I can go drink alcohol without regret.
I feel that. I feel that 100%. Great job. That's a wonderful memory.
Now, on the flip side, the worst story I have is during opening ceremonies at 2016, when they introduced Queen Quake and I had to walk down the aisle, the crowd got really unruly. So as part of acting and improvisation, you have to do certain things like shout at the top of your lungs the word silence. Oh, God damn it, Nicholas, fine, we'll take a drink.
Thanks for that.
So when I got to the middle of the aisle, I shouted silence in Queen Quake's voice and stomped my foot and quickly found out the Hilton Hotel auditorium is basically foundation and carpet with no padding. I went the rest of the 2016 walking around the convention portraying Queen Quake with a splint on 2 of my toes on my right foot because they were both they were both actually, it wasn't just like a minor fracture, they were both actually broken outright.
Oh my God.
So I went up to Flair and went, okay, give me pain drugs and a splint and shove my foot back in that shoe. And they're like, you need to go to the hospital. I am denying medical service to take me to the hospital because if you do that, they will put a cast on my foot and I will not be able to play this character all weekend. So splint my foot and put me back out there. If I come up here for pain meds, don't argue. I played Queen Quake 2016 high on morphine for about 8 hours.
I'm proud of
Can
you.
I just say how much I admire you right now? Holy shit! Down to like reaching out and helping young fans in the community to everything that you did to make sure that everyone else's con was as close as possible to a perfect BabsCon experience. That's some of the most selfless shit that I've ever heard on this podcast.
For me, it's not that. It's the show must go on, literally. I have played Hamlet, the male version of Hamlet, in Hamlet at the University of Delaware. And one of the scenes is you fall off a balcony into a trapdoor. Trapdoor didn't work. I snapped my shin. Like, just flat out, my left shin was completely snapped.
Ooh.
And they want to take me to the hospital. I said, we have to finish the show. Otherwise, they will close Hamlet and we'll have to do a new play by next week. We have to finish the show. Because the university freaking executives will jump down our throat if we fuck this up. So we ended up pulling out a bed and having Hamlet just lay in the bed for the final scene, which was the weirdest fucking thing ever for a Hamlet play. Because the final scene, I'm supposed to do a sword fight. I did a sword fight from the bed, Princess Bride style.
Oh my God.
Nice.
So for me, it wasn't like a selfless thing. It was the show has to go on. We don't have another backup actor. Just put a splint on and go about your business and deal with it. I'm used to having to just roll with punches because I'm always used to something going wrong. I'm surprised nothing's going wrong tonight. I'm waiting for a poster to fall down or the police to storm in my room and tell me that this is a raid and I've done something horrible.
They came back for the poster.
What's next,
man.
Grace?
Okay, let's see. The next question is for Queen Quake specifically. Hey, could you give me advice on how to deal with rebels?
Idea, you deal with rebels by getting all the non-rebels to like you. That's why I went out and personally killed every single stingray in existence, so the stinking Australians would put their firearms to my uses.
Beautiful.
Oh God, the Aussies. That's right.
I am officially starting to feel the buzz from the alcohol, and the high from the brownie has finally kicked to high gear.
Oh, we're starting to feel it, Mr. Krabs.
And
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Sorry.
And last
are
but
you
not
ready,
least-
kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear. Oh God, no! I'm not doing it.
Oh God. Let's see.
What's next?
Last but not least, from Tony Montana, fuck, marry, kill scenario. And of course, even though the Barcast doesn't actually officiate this stance, killing yourself is always an option. Your three
Killing
choices
yourself is an
between fuck, marry, and kill, you have 3 wonderful OCs to choose from. Thingpone, you just got acquainted with her earlier. Liler, the mentally challenged twin sister of Lyra, and Shadowblade, which is exactly what you would expect.
Can I choose castration and a life of celibacy?
Yes.
Let's
Let's
go
Okay,
with that.
We'll allow this.
That's fair.
I will break off my lady dick and go make mead in the mountains.
Hey,
With your
mead's
lady
good
dick?
shit. All right.
I think
Let's
it's
go to
go
questions. Questions from RK Striker JK5, who starts by saying, "What is your favorite non-MLP franchise?"
I'm gonna have to go with 40K, and that's only because I know for a fact that if there's another franchise on my channel, that it's 40K, because I've done. I hate you so much, Saint Nick. Right now, I hate you. Oh God, I just said I hate Santa Claus.
All right, I'm ready to see how much we are drinking.
$49.
Oh, well, this is a chug.
Hey, yes, we do need a drink. Yes, we do need a drink.
Oh, at the halfway point, I'm gonna have to go get straight whiskey.
I will have to go get more scotch because I am chugging scotch and I feel bad about it, but not that bad. Anyway,
To answer the question, actually, I just put the 6-pack at my feet, and we're down to. I brought 2 extra beers out here. Why are we down to 5? But it would be 40K because I've done Blitzkrieg where we picked apart all the armored vehicles, Men at Arms where we picked apart infantry and their weapons. We're finishing Aeronautica next week, which is where we pick apart the aircraft. If I'm taking 70 hours to make a 45-minute video to explain why the goddamn Eldar tanks suck, I must really either like this or I am about self-punishment, and I'm really not about self-punishment.
Wonderful. Then that actually covers the whole. Have you done anything fan related for a non-MLG franchise? We covered that earlier.
I have also done the why of tentacle porn and the why is Futanari a thing and how 3D hentai is fucking with your brain. I was actually the first convention I wasn't Queen Quake at. They invited me to Anime 2017 The Hague in front of 30,000 people. I had to talk about tentacle porn and blood and anime characters. It was a bad day for everyone else.
Oh my god. So you just got this terrible joke in my head on how, but hey, that's just a theory. A dick theory. Thanks
Oh
for
my God.
watching.
Thanks for fapping.
Oh, God.
any fucking way. Oh my
Moving
God.
on. Von Holtz now has questions. How long does it take you to edit a chapter of one of your story?
To edit a chapter of Ponyhammer is Hitomi puts about 12 hours into it after I'm done with the first draft, and I put another 6 into it. Oh my God, furry one, are you fucking kidding? I haven't even finished drinking from the last tip.
Hey, how much is it gonna be?
25.52.
Oh my god.
We drink.
I wasn't even going to open this third beer. Now I have to chug it. Fuck, man.
This is what
We're
we're
gonna
doing.
die. I told you we're gonna die.
Priest, don't you have work after this?
Yep, but I don't care. Let's do it.
To edit a chapter in Fallout Equestria that we're doing is it takes me like 12 and a half to 13 hours to type it, and that's not counting the time I'm goofing off. That's the amount of time my fingers are on the keys. It takes Hitomi about 8 days to get it back to me, and then it takes me another 16 hours of work to make it something that I want to put up that's readable. So I don't know, like 10 days.
That's actually not that bad. I mean, some of us here have been working on stories 3 years going now, so good job.
Considering that a chapter of that is only like 5,000 words, and it took me 10 days to make sure that it was something I wanted to put up.
That's still not bad. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not bad. I mean, think about the number of people online who have not finished their fanfics.
That's true, but I want you to think about this. Hitomi right now was hoping to finish the next piece of her edits last night so I could have up the next 2 chapters before the end of the weekend, one today and one on Sunday. She hasn't done that yet, which means at this point, she's now got a total of 8 chapters, actually, because each one of the writing sessions is split into 2 chapters. She's now got 8 chapters to edit. just to get me second drafts.
Oh.
You might say we're a little behind.
Well, I wish you the best of luck going forward. You guys got a lot of work ahead of you. Number 2, what would you like to do a science panel on next?
Let's see what I've got. So anime-wise, I have what would happen if Vegeta went ballistic? And the science of the physics of Ruby.
Ooh.
Warhammer 40k wise, I have the Imperial Navy Part 1. How do these ships work? And My Little Pony wise, I have geography, where the fuck the Royal Guard has really been. Marriage and sexual relationships in My Little Pony. And the fascist dictatorship that is Equestria. Oh, fuck no. Please no, please no, please no. Oh, god damn it.
Oh my god!
What the fuck is wrong with you people? Are you sure that's all amount of money?
What happened?
I saw this. While you guys announce this, I'm gonna go get my bottle of Canadian Spring.
So you got to get $150 tonight.
So this is all going to horse charity, which I'm going to talk about in about 4 minutes. In the meantime, finish your goddamn drink. They want to see us drink today, and that's what we're doing. So we were donated over $140 in one shot just now, so everybody drink. Just drink. Just drink. Yes.
All right.
Jesus.
You know, I'm kind of sad that I'm out of whiskey and all I have is beers. Otherwise, I'd be going. Actually, you know what? I need some Fireball, anisette, and oh god, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm making a Queen Quakes Rage.
Can't work.
Good,
right
do
now.
it. What's the next question? Because I don't understand.
Man,
question.
Holt said, "Get more sleep, Fiaura."
I would, but I don't want to.
Got him.
Actually, I probably should. No, I need gin, anisette liqueur, and Fireball in 1/3 combinations in a highball glass right now.
Oh. So now that I'm doing shots of whiskey on every donation, since we've hit the halfway point, Pencil, what's that thing that we do at halfway of every
Oh god, is it,
podcast?
wait, is there another question before I do? Oh, there is, okay, there's 2 more quick questions, and one of them is for you, Priest, so let's do those, and then I'll do my song.
What movie would have been more entertaining to see in theaters upon release? Jurassic Park or Jaws?
Considering I saw both of them in theaters. Although Jaws, I was like 3. Jurassic Park was actually the most entertaining thing I've ever seen in theaters, and resulted in me actually doing like genetic organic chemistry research, and I was like 7.
Awesome.
Who takes a 3-year-old to see
can-
Jaws?
I can personally vouch, because I did go to see Jurassic Park in theaters. The moment the T-Rex roars, every organ in your body vibrates, and I'm not sure if it was from excitement or fear, and it was the best.
I will fully admit that hearing Rexy roar is like, do I need to orgasm right now? I think I need to go orgasm now.
I'm with you, and I think that's important to note. All right, now that we've gotten all that money, let me do my little song and dance about where the money's going. Here we go. We're halfway through. So if you like what you're seeing, because we're doing Barcast today, and we have a special guest, and she's really awesome, and she got us lots of money still, what we're doing is we're donating to our Patreon, and the Patreon has a special feature. It all goes to horses in Redlands. It goes to horses at Red Wings Horse Sanctuary. It's a horse named Big Mac. Yes, his name is really Big Mac, and all the money goes there. We don't drink it away. I know that's shocking, but it's kind of true. If you just want to support us on FemFiction, there is a link that is in the chat. to our little fanfic group, which is fine. If not, you could just support Fiaura, which is awesome too. And we'll see you at BabsCon. Go to BabsCon. Go to BabsCon. You fuckers go to BabsCon. The end.
Song do some work.
So
And now it's time for questions with Violon.
Do I need to tell them what I actually do, or because I feel weird?
Oh no, I make up a song on the spot every week just because really stupid, really really dumb, and I put a link to our Patreon, and that's literally all it is. I'll put one in here. That's all it is. Second, what did you say it was time for, a priest?
Questions with Violon.
I have to do the thing. Timing was terrible. It's time for questions with Violon.
Violon doesn't have questions this week, so let's move on.
Why did you make me do that then?
Because it's fun. All right.
Oh my god.
The question from the other guy now is, how does this image make you feel?
I'm just gonna be honest. Birds are pets. I'm sorry. You need nothing for me, Mr. Rooster. Go away.
So wait, Mr. Rooster, we're not looking
Oh,
at
that's a
pictures.
hen.
We're not looking at a picture of Scootaloo?
Ah,
Oh my
I mean, technically. If that's the case, you're below my minimum age bracket. I don't care if you're legal. You're below my minimum age bracket.
Hey, it's good to have standards. Now, we have questions from Hetty, who says, so, Fee, you're sucked into a portal and stranded in Equestria. Number 1, what book do you bring with you?
Guild of Stories. It's a
Right
book-
away.
It's
I was not ready for that.
It's a book
Oh, that was so
literally
fast.
about it's a book literally about a slave in the 1400s who gets turned into a vampire. And how the kind of life he would lead to hold on to your humanity for 600 years, and how you become a living history book. That's what it is. It is that person becoming a living history book and understanding how to keep their humanity while dealing with the fact they're a monster.
Wow. I like it. All right. Let's see. Next question is, what drink do you bring with you?
Not your father's root beer. Like 6 or 7 barrels. And the recipe for it.
Solid. All right. Number 3, do you take on pony form or do you take on Equestria Girls form?
I'm a fucking pony.
I'm a fucking pony. Quote.
What tribe are you? What tribe are
I'm
you?
an earth pony, so screw you. I'm an earth pony with a lab coat. I'm here to blow stuff up.
That's fine. You know, you can play in the mud all you want. Let's go on.
Yeah, you have to like do everything with your mouth, including flush the toilet.
I mean,
You have to put your lips on that handle before you pull it down.
you can always learn how to do it with your tail like Fluttershy does.
I was gonna say, Enigma, I'm pretty sure it's like flushing the toilet whenever you swallow because there's nothing but shit in that mouth.
Okay, speaking of shit, how does Applejack pick up Winona's poop?
That's a good point.
That's what the hat's for.
You mean her father's corpse?
Oh,
My
it's a good
father-
day.
My father or his father, and his father before then.
Oh my god. I hope you guys can do it without me for like literally a minute because I am going to get more scotch. I will be back.
I'm dying here. Okay. Number 4. What would your special talent be in Equestria?
I make explosives.
Wonderful.
Don't ask what they're for. Just know that I make explosives and explosions.
Number 5. What single gadget or device do you bring with you?
A Swiss Army knife.
But you won't be able to. If you're a horse, how are you going to open it?
I'll figure it out.
I'm just trying to make that image in my head. Okay, let's move on to the next interesting question. Who do you bring as your arch nemesis?
As my subscriber base has officially titled him, the Pony Rapist Arch Warhammer.
What?
There's some lore behind this.
I need to hear the lore behind.
So
Pony
we were
Rapist Arch
playing.
Warhammer.
Hold on, let me get the name of the game. Let's see here. No, wasn't you. Lady Killer in a Bind, which is an animated dating game in which you play the twin sister of a rich kid who impersonates her brother on a cruise.
All right.
And you can rename all of the characters. So I let my subscribers pick names. The name that got voted to be the #1 name was Pony Rapist Arch Warhammer.
Wonderful.
His YouTube name is just Arch Warhammer. I, in my drunken state, said, all right, whatever. So he would probably be my arch nemesis because I have called him a pony rapist.
Best. Okay.
Wonderful. Okay. Let's see. The next question is, you decide to gift the main six something or some knowledge from our world. What book do you give Twilight?
Hang on. I just on my bookshelf.
What is it?
Mein Kampf, isn't it?
Oh my god, why would you do that?
Please don't give Twilight my cough.
Oh, it's another donation too. Drink, everybody.
It's time. Here we go.
Oh, Canadian Springs is such a bad whiskey. This is made of bad decisions.
Exactly the same. Turns out I have Canadian Springs. I forgot Savo brought me some. Thank you, Skittle Tits. I love you. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lord.
Hey. This is a great cast. I don't even care anymore. I'm assuming people are watching, but right now, just you guys. This is a great day.
So this book you've all been patiently waiting for is the very first book you're required to read as a part of Human Sexuality 101.
Okay.
It is called Gendered Lives, Communication, Gender, and Culture. It is literally the book that is referred to by academics as Here's How Human Dating Works 101.
I know a lot of people in our fan base who need that.
It's true. Can we have recommended reading on the Barcast?
I think we can, but we should, and I'm going to say yes. Milk.
So this is by Julia T. Wood, and they're on like the 12th edition. I have 10th edition. But yeah, and it's not that hard to read. There's not a lot of complex language in here. The longest word is like 20 characters, and most of the words are less than 7. So it's not like this is hard to read.
So Twilight's going to try to put some of this stuff into practice for human dating, even though there's no humans around.
Human, what is your fetish? I desire to know for dating purposes. All right, the next question is, what truth or honesty do you confess to Applejack?
Kichi, get your newspaper ready. I am a terrible, awful human being. I am the worst scum of the earth. However, I'm a wonderful pony. Deal with it.
Yay! What sport do you show to Rainbow Dash?
Gladiatorial chariot racing.
Yay! Oh my god, I want to see that!
With sky chariots. Are you fucking kidding me?
They still have the spiked wheels.
$4.
Oh, it's time to drink. Let's do it.
Ah, thank you.
Oh. Ugh. That burns as much as icy hot on my nutsack.
That feels
Good.
like
Doesn't burn as
I
much as the
didn't-
time I bet it doesn't burn as much as the time I accidentally spat out mouthwash onto my dick.
nothing could feel as bad as the grating sound of your voice against my eardrums, Enigma.
Some advice for everyone who's interested. As told by us when I had to do my graduate STD class 101, the most common way to get an STD infection is to attempt to masturbate while your hands have an antibacterial agent on them. So there you go. There's your daily advice.
God.
Don't fuck it up.
Hooray!
That's probably someone's fetish now.
It probably already was. Next question.
Who or what do you bring as a new friend for Fluttershy?
You mean what as in like what creature or like who as in what person?
See, like, who, it says who or what. And I really like that they worded that way, because the who means you could bring a person, or what, you could just bring her a dildo.
Any friend.
So my beloved sister who refuses to appear on camera ever is sitting in front of the monitor right now. And my thought would be to put her and Fluttershy in the same room and see who breaks the shyness first.
That sounds
That's
awesome.
painful. I would love it.
Just like have popcorn and everything and wait until one of them speaks.
No, I am.
Oh, I'm not catching any of the audio there, but
She
Sorry.
said that she's cuddling the shit out of that pony, but she's not going to talk the entire time.
I think that's a fetish, actually. I'm pretty sure that's a fetish.
It is. It is. Let's just be honest that as a part of the human sexuality degree, if you want to get it, you have to take a course, and your very first thing you do in that course is you fill out an F list, and then you bring the professor all the questions of the things you don't understand as fetishes.
Can I... Are we allowed to ask what's on that list? Like, what's commonly on the list? What's uncommonly on the list?
So if you go to f-list.net, you will find that by attempting to create a quote-unquote character, I have one here labeled Rena's academic study, it therefore lists all of the things. All of the things. Oh my god, all of the things
This makes
that
me
are
happy.
that are currently a fetish that someone has drawn and reported to F-List as existing. As a part of our graduate study, we had to fill out an F-List and then bring all of the fetishes we did not understand to the professor the next week and discuss.
How short was your list? I gotta ask, how short was your list?
For stuff I didn't actually understand, I only had 13 items out of the 197 on the list.
That's not bad.
Was inflation
What
on
have you?
that list?
I understand why people would want to do that, which is awkward to say, but having had finding this stupid communication book, I had to move the psychology section of my library and go, oh, there's the communication. So yeah,
All right, we should probably move to the next question, though,
Yeah.
because this is
Move
awesome.
on.
I mean, we can talk about weird fetishes for the rest of the cast, but I guess let's talk about ponies.
Yeah, I guess.
What beauty do you give to Rarity?
I would hand her the necklace from my Native American grandmother that is literally just made out of river stones.
Aww.
That's sweet and beautiful. I would give her a bleached asshole. So we went through.
Yours or make one out of hers?
Yes.
Both.
Anyway, next.
She'd make an ass out of you. All right.
Ass must be bleached as the course. So I'm done.
What anything do you give to Pinky?
I give Pinky a blood sacrifice so the pink Eldritch Demon doesn't kill us all.
You know, if she was an eldritch being, it would explain why her hair is so prehensile. It's not hair at all. It's technical.
I've always said that. Also, that she's a balloon. So I agree with that.
All right, and then last but not least, for bonus points, what, if anything, do you give to Spike so he isn't left out?
Please, next. Sorry, I'm sorry. You get to answer.
I
Sorry.
teach him how to be the football for rugby because he is the living, breathing purple puntable.
Perfect. All right. Now we have questions from who should be a familiar face to you. Horizon. Hi again. It was cool working with you last year. Sorry I burned out. His first question is, what's your favorite part of the storytelling that's come up around Queen Quake?
I'm trying to place this person, but the name and the pony don't click. What?
He's a very tall gentleman.
Oh, I know who this person is. Hi. How did you like being our writer? In the meantime, the favorite part? The fact that I got to go up on stage and swing a sword that looked like a chunk of lava.
That's pretty fucking cool.
It was a pretty cool sword. Like the swords went for like $300 at the charity auction. It was a really fucking cool sword. Not to mention the fact that when they hit, when the two of them hit, it sounds like a .22 caliber gunshot, and little flakes of plexiglass fly off of them. So every time we hit, it just had this sparkle of like, oh god, they literally are breaking each other, and wow, those are kind of impressive. Not to mention the fact that apparently improvised on stage, Keyframe made it look like Queen Quake actually killed somebody.
Oh.
We went from PG to PG-13 instantly.
Amazing. All right. What does it feel like to be so strongly associated with a specific fictional character?
Just roll with it. Just roll with it. That's all I can tell you. It's weird. It is the weirdest thing in the world for people to come up to you and be like, "Hey, I know you," and I'm like, "I have no idea who the fuck you are. What the hell? Why are you? What do you mean you want me to do? I don't. Okay, whatever. I just signed something. I don't know how I should feel about this." It's really weird. It's a surreal experience every time it happens. People come onto my live stream, and it's a surreal experience. People want to play RPG games with me while I stream them, and it's really weird to look up and go, I have 36 RPG applications, and I only said that I was taking 4 people. What the hell do I do?
All right. The next question is, what's the coolest thing that has happened to you as a result of playing Queen Quake the character?
I'm on the guest list for 12 conventions that involve ponies next year.
Holy
is so
shit!
What the fuck?
A baller.
The fictional character gave me access to doing BabsCon stuff, which resulted in Doodle realizing, the person who runs theme at BabsCon, went, "You really study a lot of science, don't you?" I went, "Yes." "Well, here's a bunch of pony questions that I got asked today. Do you think you could answer these?" A month later, I gave her all the answers, and then she went, "You should take these to conventions." Really? And because they knew me as Queen Quake, they expected me to come up and do something like that. Well, when I showed up and I'm like, "Here, I'm going to explain how magic works in Equestria, and I'm going to explain why Pinkie Pie is an Eldritch Demon," they were like, "What?" So yeah, that is the coolest thing, is I literally just get to be an independent researcher and study whatever the fuck I want and present it.
That's really amazing, especially considering that BronyCon now has a wonderful panel such as, let's talk about Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I
Let's
applied
not
for
do
panels at BronyCon last year, and we're totally convinced that they just threw darts at a dartboard. I talked to the staff at DerpyCon, and they said, "Oh, that's basically what happened." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's good to know."
But now that I realize that this alcohol is getting to me, let's move on to another question.
We could hear it in your voice for like the last half an hour.
Shut up! Shut up!
Oh no.
Brian Fiction now has questions. What is your favorite song, the show, and song from the fandom?
From the show, it goes to I'm Here to Show You Now from the main attraction.
Oh, the Sparkle, Glitz and Glamour one, I mean.
Yeah.
Love that
Glitz
one.
and glam.
No, not the Glitz and Glam one, the one where she's playing on the piano.
Oh, I'm Just a Pony.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful one.
It's actually called Magic Inside, and what I end up doing is I have a song list every morning, so because I have PTSD and I also have separation anxiety because the fact is my fiance is normally not here. She's 1,600 miles away across the Atlantic. So in the morning, for me to like function as a person, I listen to music, and the first two songs on my music list are Magic Inside from the main attraction, followed by Lullaby for a Princess. And then it drops into Try Again from Zootopia, Nightcore, Angel with a Shotgun, and I Burn from Ruby. And it's just this gradual bring up of put the nightmares away. Yes, she's not here right now. Deal with it. Now turn your brain on. Now get your shotgun, and now remind yourself that you're not allowed to die by your own hand. I'm way too high and drunk at the same time.
No, that's really sweet. I like it.
Oh my goodness.
Time to drink more. Next question. Who is your favorite non-pony on the show?
I need alcohol for this.
There's only one correct answer.
The motherfucking buffalo. Why the fuck haven't we had another episode about those assholes?
Yeah, we never see them again, now that I think about it.
I mean, well, here's the serious question. Here is the most important question. Does Chrysalis count as a pony?
Does Chrysalis count? Is that what you said?
Count as a pony.
So I just want to point out that as far as I'm concerned, Chrysalis is willing to murder all of her minions just so she can suckle on Cadence's teats for 10 minutes. Because one of my pieces of Murder in Equestria is when they throw all of them out of Canterlot. I just want to point out, there were a lot of them inside of buildings. So somebody totally came into their house and just had wallpaper of Changeling Spear as their new house decoration.
That's a good point. I mean, she was lucky she was by the window when she got forced out.
I also want to point out earlier in the episode when the main six were just going to town, and Pinkie Pie uses Twilight as a chain gun.
That's
But
amazing.
every one of those changelings, when I slow it down and do frame-by-frame analysis, for them to be picked up off of their feet and flung off the screen at the rate they're flung off the screen, were hit with the equivalent force of a full adult Egyptian crocodile bite across their entire body.
Oh my god.
They're dead! When they're all laying around the main six, and the fight has just ended, there's like 3 of them who have collapsed chests. There's 4 of them who have like extra knee joints in all of their legs. And there's 6 of them whose eyes are open and their heads are flipped over backwards with an extra neck joint. Chrysalis is willing to just mass murder all of her minions so she can suck them on Cadence for 10 minutes and get shit on her dick.
I would do it.
So much.
I would do it.
I love her. Anyway, the next question is incredibly relevant.
What is your opinion of Spike? Oh, what is your opinion of Changelings? Never mind.
My opinion of changelings is, you fuckers need to think for yourself and stop letting Chrysalis get you all killed.
Well, in insect nature, they have to listen to the queen.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
true. I guess you're kind of fucked because you all want to fuck the queen.
So it's biology.
So at the end of the day, you're all just horny bitches.
Wait, if you're Queen Quake, then does that mean all of your minions want to fuck you?
We have so many shipping pictures of Foreshock and Queen Quake. It's not even funny.
Good.
So, like,
Anyway, I'm sorry.
The actual
Anyway.
call, the actual original call for actors for BabsCon is Queen Quake reading a list while Foreshock brushes her hair. Which, by the way, this is a reminder, her hair is made out of stone, so I don't know what you're actually brushing there, but that's just weird.
That's his fetish.
Ready for next question, and I am excited for next question.
What is your opinion of Spike?
I just want to know, if you put a finger on his head and we're sitting 25 yards away, can a professional NFL player punt him through the goalpost?
Yes, but he may have break his spine on the way through, and nothing of value would be lost.
You know, I'm perfectly okay if his head hits the goalpost, his body starts wrapping around it, and it snaps every bone in his body on the way around until he's a permanent ornament attached to the goalpost that nobody wants to pull down because he's that far dug into it. And his last facial expression is that expression of raw shock you would have when you realize your best friend has just betrayed you and killed you.
What I want to know is, are his head spikes, like, are they soft or are they hard? Because there's been, like, different instances when they're not, standing upright.
Implying Spike could ever get hard, the limp little impotent bastard. Anyway.
His head spikes, his head fin, what the hell you call it? Scales? I don't know.
Garbage, Enigma, no matter.
He treats them like hair, like he's cut them off before.
Exactly. That the priest knows what I'm talking about. But at other times we see them that they're hard enough to hold his body weight. When he impaled them on a tree or something, I don't remember what it was.
I reiterate, he's garbage, and so are you. So,
moving on.
How do you treat your hair, Enigma?
Moving on.
Dean, how do I treat my hair?
That answers that.
What is your opinion of the Barcast?
So, Anon Pencil's cool. We should play video games together. Flutter Priest, I like you. Don't fuck up, though, because I could dislike you in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Milk and Cookies, can I have your babies? Raviv, or Ravi?
Ravage.
Thank you. Like, I like the artwork you've got of you on my wall so much, I'm paying you to make more. And Enigma. Enigma.
Yes.
Enigma.
Yes.
The only reason I don't say anything about you right now is because I'm contractually obligated to be nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
For reasons that we can't reveal yet.
Yep.
Moving on. No.
Damn it.
Moving on.
Damn it. Okay.
Moving on.
Sun's kill. Rev is kill.
What is your opinion of Barry Punch, patron saint of drunk horses?
I want Barry Punch to attend my bar at my wedding.
I love her. She is my favorite pony to write, and I love her. I love her so much. She's my favorite pony.
So people can start to make plans.
Do you want to invite her, or do you want her to crash your wedding?
I want to invite her and her look like she crashed my wedding, and then we made her the bartender. But to make people start making plans, and because I'm drunk and high, and I'm terrible at keeping secrets when I'm drunk and high, there may be a wedding at BabsCon 2019.
Ooh.
Nice. Who's getting married is going to be announced at the closing ceremonies of 2018.
Anyway, I'm sorry. It's fine.
This is really exciting.
The wedding is me and my docky pillow of Ember.
Actually, we haven't. We were arranging the wedding between the arranged marriage between Docky Pillow of Spike and you.
Yes.
Me or Pencil?
Finally.
No.
Enigma. This way. The two people who Anon wants to kill the most are under the same roof.
If you married a Spike Docky to me, incinerated so fast that you wouldn't ever see me. Like, I would go to the wedding, like, snatch it up, walk down the aisle, dump, like, lighter fluid on it because I'm not wasting alcohol in that bitch, set it ablaze, and dance on the ashes because fuck you, no. And that is
Can I compliment your commitment to not waste alcohol on it?
well, of course, I'm not gonna waste alcohol on Spike, the little fucking turd.
I still get my.
I
still get to
would
retain my rights.
Sooner pour Sterno on that bitch and light it up than I would ever waste a drop of vodka on it. Fuck, man, I'm sorry. It's okay.
But I still get to retain my right to breed, right?
You're on thin ice,
right.
buddy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now we're going to go to questions. Oh, we have one last question. Finally, would you recommend watching MLP to those of us who don't?
Yeah, and if you stopped watching, go back to watching because like there's some episodes that are genuinely trash, but then there are episodes where it's like, oh my god, I remember why I had feelings again and didn't want to drink all them away. I need alcohol now.
All right.
That's what we live in. So yeah, I would recommend it just for the shiggles.
That episode where Pinkie Pie died on the helicopter on her way to out of South Korea during the Vietnam War off screen.
You're not funny, Enigma. Stop trying.
Oh my god.
Cat Penguin Lips, a story approver for fanfiction, now has questions. To cuck or not to cuck? That is the question.
So my other half and I engage in an open relationship in which we talk about the sexual encounters we have with other people and have to approve other people for sexual encounters. So I think that answers your
question. Cheers. No, cheers. Fucking cheers.
Cheers.
I feel that in every way. Cheers.
Now, questions from Uwe Toll, who has questions. What is your opinion on much onions are right for goulash? 1 to 2 onion meat, or 1 to 1 onion meat, or just more onions? That was hard to read.
You did good.
It's like 3 to 1 onions, meat, cabbage.
You're right.
Fair enough. Why is it Christmas 3? Because of the holy trinity of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman.
Superman, your time has passed. We don't need invincible heroes who are larger than life. We have those. Go the fuck away. Wonder Woman, how do we get in your pants? And Batman, go back to being a like dark, brooding dickbag and stop being an emo edgelord.
My parents are dead! Anyway.
Then get with the Punisher who lost his kids and just have a father-son relationship.
Darkness. No parents.
You guys are describing Reaper.
No, don't bring that up when we're discussing Batman. I might actually have to kill you.
Overwatch set aside, next question is, why is Batman and Superman written together, but Wonder Woman is separated?
I just want to point out when I played Overwatch, my main was Bastion. But in the meantime, Batman and Superman are written together and Wonder Woman is separated because men can't handle vagina.
Vagina.
It's just, Wonder Woman has those super thighs, and I'm pretty sure that if Batman was eating out Wonder Woman, we'd all hear a neck snap at some point, and it would just be really awkward the next day, burying Batman next to his parents with Wonder Woman permanently still attached to his head.
You make it sound like she's done this before.
Oh, she has.
Moving on. You are a Pokemon professor. What is your first question for new Pokemon trainers?
Has your mother approved you committing animal-assisted suicide?
Fucking, you got it.
Oh, God.
Oh,
right.
I'm sorry. I just read the beginning of the next set of questions, and you better fucking read the beginning of those questions, priest.
Uwe Toll signs off with have a fun and happy holy days. And now we're going to questions from Spitty-chan. To my wonderful fiancé, who I wish nothing more than total love. Number 1. How badly do you want dick?
I mean, I've had nothing but pussy for 4 years. I could use a little penis every once in a while. Like, now. I don't care that we're alive. I could use it right about now.
Little penis has to be small.
Don't get Enigma's hopes up!
No, dear. No, you don't understand. I have been described as quote unquote, oh my god, can you be any tighter? And when I personally want to get off, a finger is enough. So yes, we can get Enigma's hopes up, only to crush him later by explaining to him in grave detail that red mane does not go with green coat enough that I am willing to still be attracted to him.
That's not a red mane. My character is wearing a hat.
You still fucked it up.
I didn't make it. This was forced upon me.
Things in
No.
his life.
Speaking of forcing things, number 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, who is the hottest pony in your groupie adventures?
So, if I'm entirely honest, if I'm looking at the thread now, if you look about 3 down, you see that pink striped zebra abomination? That's probably the hottest pony we have.
Whew.
That's some hot pony puss right there.
Or peen, we don't judge.
Well, if it's peen or vagina, whatever works. That's how it works here.
Number 3. Fuck Spitfire, yes or no?
If she's going to scream at me about why 10 orgasms are rookie numbers the whole time, fuck yes.
Wow, that's a new Academy record.
Wow, that's a new Academy record. Fucking workout, groupie. Or newbie.
Rookie numbers, newbie, keep it up.
Groupie! Oh my god,
I mean, your call sign is probably going to be Quick Shot.
Oh my god!
And I'll be a
Oh my
mayor
God.
for spite purposes, so now everyone has to wonder.
Oh my god! This needs to be a fic, please.
Someone game a couple times so we can just or donate, either one. I don't care. Can we just drink?
Game.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped drinking at any point. I'm almost through my 6th beer.
Do you think that telling me about this podcast was a good idea?
I think it was a great idea.
She's sitting on the couch, so, I mean, any answer I give is automatically judged wrong. So, yeah, it was a wonderful idea. Thanks.
All right, we're going to questions now from Lise Eclair, who starts by asking a rather snarky question. What is the most normal thing you've done?
Put on pants one leg at a time.
Yeah, it's actually pretty normal.
Who wears pants?
Hey.
People who can afford to buy
Oh,
pants.
god damn it, why? Why? All right, $5 You asked for this. I just want to point this out.
No shame.
All right, time to drink. Great.
Ah.
I just want to point out to you guys, I'm out of stuff to put on the wall behind me, and I am way too drunk to attempt to navigate putting on Fox ears in this headset at the same time.
Oh.
Adorable. Ooh, so normie things.
Let's see. The next question was retro or next gen?
PC gaming for life.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I grew up on Doom and Quake. Do you think I know what a console even is?
PC Master Race.
Hell
Yep.
yes.
I can't do that. I need
Well,
a
that's because
console.
you're poor.
Actually, I have to stand corrected. I know what a console is because I was sent to Sega Genesis in a bunch of games, and I do have a capture card.
Oh, I need to get a capture card.
But I just want to point out that still means I'm playing them on a computer.
Because you have taste. All right, next question is, please describe each person of the cast with one word.
Anon Pencil. Fuck. Enigma.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. One word. I can't fit it into one word.
Move my god?
Oh.
Flutter Priest. Drunk.
Yeah.
Milk and cookies. Sex and sex. Raviv. Art.
Yeah.
Ravage,
All right.
like I will ravage you. That is how you say the name. Ravage.
Ravage. Okay. Ravage. Art. Right after I said sex.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now we have questions that you've posted that were sent directly to your email. And the first one is from a Joseph Hobbs. What made you get into MLP, and what made you all want to have a podcast, and why did you invite Fiaura? This is for us?
This is for us? This is a question for us?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh.
It'll take too long for us to talk about all the MLP stuff. Maybe we can come back to that.
I got this. I totally got this.
Okay.
I was into it because I was young. Priest wanted to bang a girl. Ravage because art. Enigma because he was lonely. Milk because he's gay. Why did we have a podcast? Milk started it and said, "Hey, want to be on the podcast?" We said yes, and I came out and said, "Your podcast is shit. This is me. This is Priest. We're going to be on your podcast now. Your podcast is still shit. Let's fix it." Then we fixed it. Now we're on a podcast. And Fiaura because he's awesome. That's why. Done.
And I helped.
It's true, because I remember at BabsCon 2016 or 2017?
17.
17. We were getting ready to just do our actual panel, and believe it or not, you actually saved our panel, like hardcore, because we didn't realize that we wouldn't have internet. We were going to do a live stream, like, question of everything that was going on, like we do this, but like interview us, like the six of us. Well, our internet was down, and then we got a message from like Constaff saying, Queen Quake would like to raid your panel. And we go, yes, let's do it. So, and since
it was
then,
the best. Oh my god! By the way, this video is amazing. I'm watching such groping going on right now, and this is beautiful. The titty grabs are wonderful. The flag is great. This is nothing bad.
Everyone,
yes.
my incredibly super ginger British girlfriend has decided to grace us with her presence.
Hello.
Love the tit grabs.
And grow. All right, no, not in the shirt. You can do it outside the shirt, not in the shirt.
This is getting pornographic.
Nice.
Why we had Fiaura on the cast? This is why. Next question.
You can bite my big lovely butt later.
This is the best.
Azel the Black now has 2 questions. What is with all the pony stuff?
It's fun, and if I can create a giant shitpost based on proving it scientifically with hard math numbers, that's totally worth my time.
Wonderful. Number 2, what is the weirdest thing you've had to research because of us, as in the pony fandom?
She's stalling.
No, I'm looking. The one that I have not announced that I've started research on that is the weirdest thing is, does pony slavery exist, and why is Celestia okay with this?
Okay.
Are you saying this Sakura escaped from a certain institution? And that's why she
No,
lives in the woods?
no. Every time that there's any imagery of the bad guy taking over, they're in chains and shackles and doing slave work like it's normal. So I really have to wonder 2 things. One, does Celestia show up to the foreign negotiation table, fuck around with the sun for half an hour, and say, all right, let's have tea because I control the fucking sun? And 2, are they just okay with slavery? Because there's like 3 episodes where Fluttershy is going to get sold into indentured servitude for her friends.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's really true, actually.
And even and when Rainbow Dash went to Twilight about it, Twilight said, "Oh, even there's nothing I can do."
They're just okay with slavery. Really?
This needs to be a story. But moving on, because there's one more question that was sent to you via email. Sam Ludis, also known as the Joker, asks, when are you coming back to Eve?
I can officially say that I no longer require the escape of EVE Online. And therefore, due to time commitments with everything else, this will come as a shock to everyone if you're actually watching from Star Frontiers. Hi, everyone in Test and formerly Phoenix Federation. I am evacing my ship from Nullsec for the first time in 8 years, and I won't be back for a while.
Damn.
Wow. All right.
Well, I mean, I don't need it anymore. I don't need the escape anymore, and I'm constantly busy with other projects, and I don't have the time commitment to put into it either. So I'm like, if I don't need the escape anymore, and I can't put the time commitment into it, even though it's fun, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Just evac your shit. So my 150 kill Stratios will at some point next week be making the journey from manually piloting that bitch. And I hope to God I don't lose it, because 150 kill marks is a goddamn legend. Will be making its trip back to high sec. So please don't go around patrolling my. No, please no, please no, please no, please no. God damn. Oh!
You see, you should learn never to ask
Oh.
your fan base never to do anything, because they'll do
My
it.
God.
My goodness.
So Benjamin Franklin walks in and slaps you and tells you to drink.
We're drinking so much.
Thank you, Song of the
Ding.
Void. Mm.
All right.
I will do karaoke after this stream because of this. I will stay on here and just sing random ass shit at this point. You guys have donated so much to horses today. You guys fucking deserve it.
I wish I had not work.
Listen to me sing, priest. You do it anyway.
Aw, but I like your voice.
Anyway, we should stop doing this because it's gross.
Your shows
You're
of public
gross.
affection.
We
As a
have more
simple-
questions from Hetty. Shut up, Enigma. No one cares.
Oh,
Questions from Hetty. How do you react when the party in the game you're GMing does something monumentally stupid?
When was that question posted?
3 hours ago.
So he's referring to the fact that I have apparently made my party so paranoid. Thank you so much, Song of the Void, by the way. But I've made my party so paranoid that they were walking down a hallway, and there's a standardized folding chair next to 3 books, and there's nothing wrong with it. I haven't trapped it. I haven't done anything to it. And their response was to hit it with a pair of flamethrowers, a plasma pistol, and unload half a bolter clip into it. The chair melts into slag and the books are incinerated into ashes. What did you expect to happen?
Sparkles, rainbows, and sugar.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. MH Bones now has questions. Which is the greater heresy? The chair, the sign, or the door?
The sign, and only because it's associated with .hack sign.
Fair enough. Hitomi Salazar now has questions. How incompetent is your editor? Wow, rude.
Real cheap way, Miss Editor, to get me to talk about you, by the way. How incompetent is my editor? Excuse me, I'm really drunk.
That's fine.
My editor is actually not incompetent, because without my editor, my stories would be landfill trash. Instead, they're just regular old trash that doesn't smell yet.
And then the next question is, how long until skull bucking season picks up?
Skullbucking season picked up like last week, so that's why Kishi has a skull throne now, is because we got her a skull throne.
Skulls for the skull throne? Skulls for the skull god?
Skulls for the skull throne, blood for the blood god, penises for the sex slaves.
Yes. Now we have questions from Mobile Sam, who asks, where was the first potato found?
In the depths of the Irish nightmares. Pulled directly from their mind and created and made manifest using forbidden black magic that the church declared heresy. And then they made the Irish live with it forever.
Those were like the pipe dream of some like drunk Irishman going, wait, guys, I have an idea. What if like the roots of plants got fat like your wife? Hey, Mitch, shut up. But what if it was fat like Mitch's wife and we could eat it and we could make booze out of it? Because that would be great. And then God said, let there be potatoes, because I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's the best thing.
Hold on. So I have to explain that. Because I just pinged him on Discord to see if he'll come in and actually listen and not realize that we're talking about him. Moonhoof, the GM for the Fallout Equestria game, drink again, doesn't know this. But he gave and as a part of our loot, we ended up with a block of C4 but no detonator. I've come up with a way to detonate it using a blasting cap and potato wired up as a battery.
Nice.
Amazing. Now we have questions from Miyoko. Code Miyoko. If a book on how to achieve success is a failure, is it a success? Wow.
A book on how to achieve incest.
Stop.
You know, I like the second question best, but a book, I have to go with maybe. I don't actually know what your goal was there, but good job. Because if it's a failure, that means we're all too successful to need your book, and we're not complete and utter shit posting trash. Oh wait, that's
Literal
our life.
catch-22. Literal catch-22.
Okay. Questions now from that guy no one likes. 2 questions. Number 1. Given Pinkie Pie eats rocks like MLP dragons do you think that she and her family are dragonborn?
Okay, first off, guy no one likes. Guess what? Here's a free booth hug. There, now you can say you've been in my tits virtually.
Hey.
As far as Pinkie Pie being dragonborn, no. I wrote a whole panel on this, and actually I've presented it at like 3 conventions. Pinkie Pie is an eldritch demon that one day will stop being entertained by the antics of her friends and will murder us all.
Wait, was that what Smile HD foretold?
No.
Now I'm singing in my head. Fuck you.
Understand that all the Pinkie Pies were just Pinkie Pies from other dimensions, and one of them stayed behind because in that one's dimension, it annihilated everything and found out that was boring afterwards. Also, Derek takes the cheapest shot at the Warhammer 40k writer ever. Guy no one likes, you mean Matt Ward?
All right. Number 2 is a hypothetical question. If given the fullest extent of everything you need to do any one thing, what would you do?
Okay, I am the jackass who doesn't like aim just to get across the room. I kind of want to hit I kind of aim to hit Alpha Centauri, and if I hit like the sky, I consider that a success. So I would probably find the stupidest, hardest thing I could get my hands on that I think I could get away with doing, and start trying to figure out how to do it. So let's go colonize Mars.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And last but not least, we have a question from Reap Spiders. Oh, never mind. We have Hitomi Samozar that just snuck in at last minute. Going back to the changeling question, are you telling me that if we are a part of any hive mind, we can fuck our mother and not get in trouble?
I mean, I'm not going to say the changelings are all a result of incest, but all the changelings are all a result of incest, right?
I
Probably.
mean, she only needs
I would
one male,
guess.
and I remember an ant queen only needs like a drop of ant sperm to make all those babies.
Yep.
All right.
And
then
when
the
did you get a book learning? To have book learning?
Book learning from books.
Damn
The
it.
final
Damn it, he's
question
learning.
is from Hitomi Salazar. How much extra bacon have you had to buy now that Spitfire is over there? It is the only way to tame her morning madness.
I bought 2 pounds of bacon last Tuesday. I just had to buy another pound tonight. I normally take like 3 weeks to get through a pound of bacon myself. She's eaten 3 times that in a third of the span. I'll let you do the math.
When the bacon just isn't enough.
What is she making sandwiches out of bacon wraps instead of lettuce?
I'm asleep when she's eating it. All I know is I wake up and there's less bacon.
Let's see. We got 5 minutes left, and that is all the questions that are in the thread. I think we have the time to take one good question from the chat. But before
I would say we take one question from not only our chat, because that's fine, but we should also take a question from the chat watching Fiaura, because they have been very generous tonight.
Total agreement. And while those
Okay.
chats catch up, Fiaura, are there any questions tonight that you wish you were asked but didn't have the chance to answer?
No, I'm good.
Fuck.
Well, we do have a question from Alex _, but I don't think it's because it would be obvious question is how big is your dick, which everyone always asks.
Do you want me to answer the literal answer or the figurative answer?
Okay, I guess that's what we're doing from our chat. Thanks, our chat. Yeah, let's do that.
Or both.
Have fun with it. That's what we tell
Okay.
everyone.
Another question from the chat. Yes.
Really, Bones? Really? Fucking really? 1496. Because you're OCD. That's why. Because you're OCD. I'm going to point out that you made your OCD worse because now the percentage is 212 and a half.
Oh, what a.
That's
bad.
another drink.
Thank you,
Oh,
Bones. Are you sure? Okay, so figuratively, my dick is large enough that I'm willing to walk up to the former president of the United States and slap him with it if he does something stupid. Notice that the former president, because the current president, it'd be pretty easy to do that on a daily basis.
We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful.
I know.
Politics.
politic line.
As far as the
Positive line.
literal answer, the doctor says 8 inches by 2.5, so you do the math.
We got a whistle out of that. Good job. Good job on that whistle.
Okay. I'm a horrible
See
human
the,
being.
Let's see the question. Okay, question from the YouTube chatters, because I can see you fucks. You got a question? Because now's the time. Last
What
question
is
of the day.
Fiora's favorite form of stealth?
Well, go on. What is your favorite form of stealth?
don't
Question, let's do it.
stealth, okay? Like, I play Hitman, and I get like 0 stars because everyone is dead. Because in my mind, Petty just did that to upset Bones' OCD. Great, I've taken the drink.
Oh, god damn it. More drinking.
But in my mind, no one can say you weren't stealthy if they're all dead. So if I just murder everyone during a stealth mission, I was stealthy because there's no one left to report me.
No
I like it.
If no one's alive to report you, were you really there?
Exactly.
Flawless. Absolutely flawless.
That's
I think we have
amazing.
time for one last one
No,
from Fiora's
we have
chat.
to do our. But from Fiora's chat, I don't think we have enough time for them to hear us ask the question. Is my thing.
Oh, fair enough. I suppose.
There's like a 15 second delay.
Yeah.
I
So you got
suppose.
1 minute. It's now 1 minute left, so I think it's time for you to do a very loving Horus Priest, if you would.
All right. Well, Fiora, thank you so much for coming on. We had easily one of the most fun casts we've had in a long time.
I came. What?
Yes. Came everywhere. And for everyone watching, what do you think about hitting up like more people that do streams and YouTube but are more in the pony fandom? If you do, be sure to hit up our recommendation and suggestion thread where we will pay attention and not ignore it and find more guests that you are interested in
Actually, do
us
listen.
interviewing. Is it DWK? Is it Rob Kakrin, that guy who wrote My Little Dashie? Probably not, because we've had him on 5 times. But point is,
Tunes? Is it a certain tune somebody that, maybe our current guest knows?
I mean, I could just ask the domain and you might get a couple of hits. I know Kichi would love it because she's just a giant troll.
whew, well, we'll talk. We'll be in the talkie talks. But until then, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Barcast. We have good news in that we're going to be fixing up our iTunes stream here pretty soon, so you'll be able to listen to us on the go. Until then, this has been a non-pencil.
Good scotch, and I am ashamed.
Enigmatic Otaku.
Now I'll never know what that book of incest says.
Milk and Snookies. Ravage.
I didn't eat my foot.
Drink!
And of course, the wonderful Fiaura.
Hi. So you guys on my end of the chat, you can check out the Barcast in the description below. I've given you guys linky things to both their Twitch and their YouTube, and I'm gonna put the link to their thing on FemFiction in the chat real quick, but in the description you can find those. And
Thank you for all this. Your donators were amazing. Thank you to them from us.
I have a very long list of them. Do you want me to read them?
Please do so.
Please do. Please, we can take the time for that.
We have Song of the Void, Hetty, Michael Hallowell Bones, Jonathan E., Squirting Spitfire, Furry One, Nicholas Claus, aka Saint Nick, Robert Cook, Nice Hunter, and that's it. However, for tips tonight, whoever gets the freaking pirate hat for raiding my tip drawer by going into my panty drawer, that one goes to Michael Hallowell Bones with a total of like $200 and some change. I can't math right now.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Jeez.
Horses love you, dude.
Again, half of this goes to the Barcast. Apparently, they're donating it to charity, which is they're getting a total of $214 that I'll discuss afterwards how to get that to them. And yeah. Oh, if you're watching on their channel, come check out my YouTube channel, or come read my horrific Fallout Equestria story.
Yes, there's going to be links to everything that is Fiaura related, whether it be BabsCon or be, goodness me, stream related, YouTube related, or fanfiction related in the description of this video, and of course on the iTunes. So, and last but not least, my name's Flutter Priest, and I think I drank about 2 straight inches of a large bottle of whiskey tonight. Unless anyone has anything to add, I think that's all we've got.
Well, I said I was going to sing tonight at some point, and I still may do that. You guys are amazing. Either way, thank you for everything, guys. And holiday season, Merry fucking Christmas, assholes, and happy fucking holidays, because that's happening, and we forgot to say that.
Yes, happy fucking holidays. Don't die over the holiday weekend. Please don't. But drink a lot.
Let's just rephrase this. Drink responsibly, so when you go to your place of drinking, put your keys into a combination lock. If you can't put in the combination, you're too drunk to leave.
That's really wonderfully well said. Because normally if you just put your keys into a jar, that means you accidentally walked into a swingers party. Anyway, thank you for watching this edition of the Barcast. Have a great weekend.
Which is